this is the end of the road, my turn. Will you end me a smoke? Oh, oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to BriMyselfAndEye. So today I have to do my favorites video, but I don't want to do these on a certain schedule quite yet. I might do that eventually. So yeah, I just kind of collected some stuff over the last several months, probably since January. So we're going on almost 5 months of stuff that I've been accumulating that I thought you should know about. And so I've sort of separated it almost a little bit from high-end and then my favorite drugstore. Let me know if you prefer 2 separate videos or one video with both. I don't know. I think I'm just going to film them separately and see how it goes. But anyway, I have a lot to talk about. Most of it's beauty, some of it's not. I'll keep the not to the end so you can just like exit out whenever you're done. But yeah, be sure to like this video. It lets me know what you want to see again, and it also helps other people know what they might want to watch. So it would really help me out, and let's see if we can get this to 20 likes. That's my goal. My first favorite is that I made it to my first milestone, or whatever you call it, to 100 subscribers. So thank you so much. I was so excited, and I know it probably seems like cheesy or weird or whatever, but I don't care. I think it was exciting for me because I just wanted to have fun with this and see where it took me, and I've already I've already got to know several people, and you know who you are, but I really appreciate all the support and the tips and the feedback and like seeing what you guys do and just the back and forth of it all. It's so much fun. So you guys are my #1 favorite of the season, if you will. And because of that, there's going to be a Q&A with my husband, Dan. Before I even started my YouTube channel, when I was brainstorming, I told him, you know, some people have like goals that they meet, and when they do, they have like a guest appearance or whatnot. So he's like, okay, well, if you can get 100 subscribers, I'll do like a husband tag or Q&A or something. So we did it. So he agreed to do it, and I'm excited for that. So be looking out for that in the near future. So I'm sort of cheating on my normal Smashbox green primer that I usually use for foundation with this Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and this is the smoothing. There's like 7 or 8 brand new ones, and they have one for like, you know, dry skin, oily skin, mattifying, and this is the smoothing. And I thought for sure I was going to get the nourishing or super hydrating, but after swatching it, getting a sample, I ended up getting this because I have dry skin, and I really find that it fills in the lines and textures or pores and things like that, and I really like that, but it doesn't mattify me. There's one that looks like this that's mattifying. Then next, I've been experimenting with skin stuff for my graduation, so a lot of this next half, after we get past the first makeup, will be skincare, because I've been all about my skincare the last month, and my teeth, trying to get my graduation self in order. But I've been wanting to try this for a while, and I finally found my shade, and it's the YSL Touché B40, and I am either a B40 or I sometimes am the Beige Dior, some other, I don't know, like BD40. So, but I really like it, and I think it sets really nicely. It's very pretty, and it's not too where you look wet kind of luminous. It's just very, I'm wearing it right now, so it's very pretty. Speaking of luminous, I got the Kevyn Aaucoin Celestial Skin Liquid Lighting. This is beautiful. I've tried the Becca Liquid Opal and her other 3, but this would be really good for mature skin or oily skin because it doesn't make you too shiny. It doesn't emphasize fine lines, and I just really like it. I mixed it in with a couple of different foundations, and it just mixes in beautifully. So I'm wearing the Touché and the Celestial Skin. It is very light to medium coverage, buildable, so it's not a full face foundation. I've been pretty happy with my skin lately. I think it's doing a nice job. So this is with the primer that I talked about, Touché B40 and Celestial Skin. Then to set my face, I have switched from my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light Plus. It's like a pressed powder. And then I've been seeing this everywhere, and I love the packaging because I'm a sucker for that. And it's the Besame Translucent, and this is the Brightening Vanilla Powder. And I normally don't like loose powders, but A, this smells amazing. B, it's adorable. C, it works like crazy good. I'm wearing it right now, and it's kind of a pressed powder that doesn't look too like you have a lot of powder on. It just kind of, it helps with the shine in the right places. So I just put this on my T-zone, and there is a French vanilla and a vanilla. I found out the difference. I swatched them both. The vanilla is, I would recommend for more fair to medium skin, and then the French vanilla I would recommend for medium and up, just because it's a little bit different tones. So and the next item, Marc Jacobs, it is the Mirage Filter, and it is light filtering contour powder, and basically it's supposed to make you look Insta-Ready or like automatically. So you open it up and you get this really nice big mirror, which I'm hoping not blinding you with. Like huge mirror, big as my hand. So perfect for on the go when you're doing your makeup and you need a close-up mirror. And the way it's covered is with this like plastic thing, which is really nice. Normally there's just those little clear ones. This is Marc Jacobs. I think this is my first Marc Jacobs product ever. But in this one, because this is more of a cool tone. It's not showing up cool tone, but I'm using it as a contour right now. It's not orange or bronzy or I don't know how to explain it. It's not warm tone, which I like warm tones normally, but not for my contouring. And then this beautiful banana powder is perfect for under the eyes. It's what I set them with today. But the size of this is incredible. It's super thin and sleek packaging. So easy for on the go, and you get a lot of product. Like this is just 2 things. And at first I was kind of like, really? Like just 2? But you really only need 2. I mean, honestly, you need highlight and a contour, and then some sort of bronzer if you want. But this has been one of my favorite go-to, simple, pop it on and go. And the formulation of the under eye highlight is just so pretty. It reminds me a lot of the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, but I'm almost about to hit pan on that banana color, so I really like that one too. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do my lips that I've been loving, and they're the same color, but they do different things. So this is the Kat Von D Armageddon shade, and it is almost like a lilac purple pink shade. It's gorgeous and I love it, and it's not for everyone. I call it my Rihanna lips because they remind me of Rihanna or Nicki Minaj kind of pink, but so pretty. I get lots of compliments on it, and it's a stain. So this is her like Locket, let's see, Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. So if you like liquid lipsticks and you want a new fun color to try out, I highly recommend Armageddon. Plus the name is just intense. Then, when I don't want to stain, but I want to pop up more of a shine and color, because that dries kind of matte to satin, I've been loving the Stila Hot Pink Vinyl. It is gorgeous. If you've seen any of my tutorials, like my Sunshine Eyes tutorial, and I've worn it while I was talking in other ones, this is what I was wearing, and it is super glossy. It says Stay All Day Vinyl Lip Gloss. It is long lasting, so it's a gloss, very opaque. What you see is what you get on the skin, and it's incredible. So they'll pack a great punch, and they're fun. So yeah. Then my favorite mascara for this month has been the Buxom Waterproof Lash Mascara. I also prefer the non-waterproof, but I got the waterproof for graduation, so I'm not like a hot mess. Well, on my face anyway. But this is beautiful. I love the wand. It is my favorite. I got a sample of this, and it came with a full-size wand. Look how long this is. It is so pretty, and it's the perfect formula. It's not too wet, and it's not too thick. It's just right. It's that Goldilocks perfect. but I like it because it's kind of fluffy and then it goes in and then it's fluffy again. So it really helps get those lashes on the ends and on the inner corner, and then elongate the ones in the middle of your arch. So love, 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 love this mascara. I have for months. I just haven't been mentioning it because I don't know why. I'm weird. I had to have it. So next, ooh, okay. So the next items I've been in love with, and I'm wearing pretty much all of these right now, is the Makeup Forever Artist Palette. I talked about these last year and they've recently come back into my life and we've just had a comeback. So, but the ones I'm using today are this really pretty green shade. I'll list the colors below, and this almost like camel shade. It almost reminds me of the Bobbi Brown colored toast or whatever that's called. And then this one, this eggplant shade, is like M928, and I know it because I've had it on back order for months and I finally got my hands on it. So these have been my 3 from Makeup Forever. Very long lasting, and you get a lot of powder. I know it's a lot, they're expensive, so I usually wait for a sale, but just to compare the amount you get, this is like a typical pan for an eyeshadow, and this is the Makeup Forever shadows. So it'll take me a million years to get through these. So it's kind of why they cost as much as they do. And they're the artist palettes. So in my dream kit, I have all of them. But they're good for makeup artists or freelance artwork. So you can have a lot of shades if you're doing a bunch of models at once. It's good for that. So since I already have this out, this one I consider more of a drugstore favorite because it's a drugstore-ish price. Because some of the other pressed pigments I've had from L'Oreal or Maybelline have been like $8.99. And this one I got from Makeup Geek, and it is the In the Spotlight. And these are the foiled eyeshadows. I just started out with one to see if I liked them or not, and I love them. They go well with a lot of different looks or just a pop in the middle. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about them. The whole set of the foiled shadows are on my wish list for sure. But I want to start with In the Spotlight because it's good for on the top or inner corner, brow bone. It's really pretty. And these do compare to the ColourPop eyeshadows that are going around. They kind of have that same almost wet texture, but this is a little more dry and a little more of a foiled look rather than the ColourPop, which is it's just different. ColourPop is unlike anything I've ever used, but this is gorgeous. I love it. And it's a good, not dupe, but cheaper version style of Stila's Kitten Pressed Pigment that I use in my Sunshine Eyes tutorial. So if you've seen that and you can't pay that much, I got that one in a sample. So, but this one is $9.99, so not too shabby. Okay, so my favorite palette lately, besides my Makeup Geek collection, which I pretty much appear in every tutorial, has been the Tartlette palette by Tarte Cosmetics. It's the Amazonian Clay palette, and it is completely matte. And if you love matte palettes, as if you can ever have enough, it comes with a really nice size mirror. This whole thing is the mirror. But these shades are incredible. So very buttery, like rich, creamy, very pigmented. There's not a shimmery one in the bunch, and you can do a lot with this. My only kind of like thing about it is this is not the darkest black I've ever used, but that's not a big deal. So, but other than that, it's gorgeous. You have warm tones, cool tones, neutral, all mixed together and set up nicely. So it kind of has something for everyone. Sometimes nude palettes can be more warm tone or cool tone, but I like that Tarte did a little bit of both because I like mixing. I'm a neutral. I'm an everything. I'm a both and. So the Tartlette palette, if you can find it, grab it. It's worth it, and a little goes a long way with the shadows. My next Ulta business, I'm just going to barely touch on because I'm going to do a separate review on it. I've already swatched them. like all of them, and I've used them all in other tutorials or things like that, but I want a designated one. But it is my little ColourPop collection. I've got my little eye pigments. I do like the lippy sticks too, but I didn't pull them out. I like Tipsy, Frida, and Catherine Light's Lumiere lippy sticks. They're really pretty. But the ColourPop eyeshadows are, oh god, they're phenomenal. You apply them with your fingers, so no extra tools required, and you don't need a primer with these. They last all day long, all day long. I've worn these out in the rain, the humidity, like, they're amazing. So, I highly recommend those. I guess my favorite shades that I've used a lot this month have been Selfie, which is this kind of matte taupey brown. Desert, which is something that Catherine Light's recommended. It's a little bit darker than that one. This one's a little bit more orange based, this one's brown. And those are both more matte to satin. And then I like EXO. Game Face is a gorgeous copper. I'm wearing it in my inner corner right now. Look at that. Oh, I can't. So, yeah, just a little sneak peek of my Gush Fest for ColourPop, which will be coming soon. But those are some of my favorites. So one that is actually limited edition / about to go, they sent me an email about it. And if this goes up before my ColourPop, I want you to have a chance to get it. But it's this Mermaid Kiss shade. It's so cute. It's really pretty. I've used this in Instagram pictures and got a lot of compliments on it. But it's like a lime green yellowish color with a turquoise. It's very, very pretty, and I love it. So if you want something like this for the summertime, for like a pop of color inside, or just like a liner with a color, go grab Mermaid Kiss before they're gone. Okay, so another borderline drugstore. Oh, by the way, so those ColourPops are $5. $5. In Catherine Light's words, that's not expensive. So go grab me some. The lippy sticks are also $5, so it's actually cheaper than drugstore. My next item is another borderline drugstore priced item. I received a coupon or some sort of like code or whatever. I think if you join their mailing list, you get it. But it was 10% off the Makeup Geek site earlier in April, and I have been eyeing the blush palette for about a year now, since Jaclyn Hill did the recommendation last July, and I'm like, you know what, I have blush, but the blushes that I have talc and SPF, and those flash out and wash out in photography. I'm wearing them right now, and they're just beautiful. But this set was $60. You get pretty much any kind of blush color you could possibly need, and some. And I'm going to use this in my freelance kit, which is another reason why I wanted all of the shades. And this is what it comes with for $60. Otherwise, you can buy these individually for, I think $8.99? Something like that. And they're magnetic, so you just pop them in a Z palette. And a Z palette, I think I've gone over before, it's just something you can put eyeshadows in, or blushes, or anything that you can magnetize, and that's slim enough. You can pop it in here, customize it how you want. If I wanted, I could just pop out, you know, and have 2 blushes in here and put the rest of eyeshadows and then like a highlight, and have a travel kit with me. So Z palettes are awesome for makeup kits, and just easier than having little containers for each of these. Who wants that? So I recommend getting the pans, and my favorite of these so far is Romance, which is this really pretty shimmery wear everyday kind of shade. I like Bliss, which is a little bit more coral, and I've been loving Secret Admirer when I want a little bit more of a cool tone lip, or when I'm wearing my crazy Rihanna, like Nicki Minaj lips. These go perfect, and like a dark smoky eye. So yeah, go pick you up some. You can buy them individually. I just bought the kit because I had the coupon, and it's cheaper if you buy it that way instead of paying almost $9 for each one. I got 2, 4, 8. So instead of paying around $80, I got it for $20 cheaper. So okay, so to kind of change gears, I'm going to start talking more about some skincare stuff that I've been using in the last, since January to now. But this one is sort of both. I use it as a setting spray and I use it as a primer because it smells good, it feels good, and it helps the skin look rejuvenated. But it is the Connelly Uni Elixir. Everyone's talked about this on YouTube. If you haven't seen a tutorial or a review, go ahead and check it out. It is amazing. It kind of has this very eucalyptusy, minty kind of smell. So if you don't like that smell, it is very strong. But it is just so cooling and refreshing. Like as soon as you spray it, your face is like I don't know. Yeah. So the Caudalie Beauty Elixir, I like it for my skincare, and I like to spray it on over my base. I did spray it today, and it just kind of helps set the powders so that they don't look too crazy. And it's not too shiny like the MAC Fix Plus, which I think is a little bit too dewy for my preference. Continuing on with my skincare new-ish stuff, I have been still in love with my Purity Made Simple face wash for my everyday, but since I do have a 10-year special event coming up that I've been so excited for and stressed out about, and lots of other stuff, trying to get into grad school and everything, my skin has been hating me, and I just needed it to give it a little boost and a little extra TLC. So I've been using these combinations, and I think they've been doing wonders for my skin. But they are the Glam Glow, which I mentioned in my annual skincare favorites from last year. The Thirsty Mud is amazing if you have dry skin. I was told not to use this Super Cleanse one if you have dry skin, but I have dry to combo, and I think it's just fine. You just can't use this cleanser every day. But these are not the masks, these are mud to foam cleansers. So I use this one a couple times a week just to like continue to pull out some gunk that nobody wants, and I use this one pretty much every day. It's the Thirsty Cleanse Daily Cleanser by Glam Glow, and I like the mask as well, but they smell the same. Absolutely love these. They're a bit pricey, but you get a lot of this. Yeah. So I got that one on a sale too, because I was like, well, I have a coupon and I've been wanting to try those, and I need, you know, to figure out my face. Yeah, so along with the Glam Glow train, I got a couple of samples of my Ipsy bag a couple months ago, but these are incredible. I wore these, I used my one sample before a formal event that I had where I was literally in like a ball gown type of situation, and they're these little pods, and if you are in your early 20s or your teenage years, you don't need these. If you're in your mid to late 20s and up, these are a miracle godsend. The package is very cute. I buy mine off Amazon because they're like $40 instead of $69 at Sephora. Outrageous. But your skincare is the most important part of your regimen. If you don't have a good face, then you don't have a good face, as Jacqueline would say. But these are awesome. You get 12, so they're very much like, you don't need to use this every day. I wouldn't even use them every week. If you have a special event, pictures, something like that, just keep a couple on standby. And what they do is basically they relieve dark circles, they brighten, they fill in lines, they help with tired eyes, puffiness, hydrating, plumping, all that. And they're paraben free. So they're really, really good for you. They almost feel kind of like coffee. I think there's coffee grounds in it, which sounds painful, but it's not. And you just put some like all right here, and I even go like up here and up in here, but you don't want to put it on your actual eyelid, I don't think. At least I didn't. But yeah, so you put that on, leave it on for 10 or 15 minutes, and then you wipe it off. And I do it the morning of the event, so you don't do it the night before unless you want to, but it activates really quickly, and you do notice a huge difference within like 30 minutes. Your skin is just like, wow. So highly recommend these if you've got an event or you struggle with puppy, panda, tired eyes, or if you're a new mom and you've got like, I don't know, newborn pictures you want to take and you don't want to look like you just gave birth. I recommend some of those because they're very good for your skin. And then last but not least is this Shiseido Ibuki Multi-Solution Roughness Visible Pore Salicylic Acid Treatment. Now, I've mentioned before the acids I have to be careful with because my skin does not like a lot of the regular acne kind of acid. But what drew me to this was I went to the skincare event like a month ago almost now. And basically it's this gel. It doesn't have like a particular smell, but it is like, it's like a gel or a jello almost. And you put this on, you can treat it at night, or what I like about this is you can put it on and it almost creates a barrier or a seal over your blemish, or like if you have texture, it fills in, or like I have a spot right here, it makes your makeup lay right over it instead of filling it in, and it will be raised. You cannot like shrink a pimple with makeup. It's still going to show up. You can reduce the redness, but it's also treating it while you're wearing makeup. So I've been using this for a couple weeks and love it, and I got it just in case, and because I will get like one demon on my face that I'm going to have to like charge rent, and this will go great with makeup. So yeah, trying to plan ahead. I don't know how it's going to work. Okay, last one for this segment of my holy grail high-end favorites that I've been enjoying the last couple months is one from Starbucks. I know. But I bring this up because for any of you out there that don't like tea, like do not like tea at all, I found a tea that I love, and it's been really helping me with my like avoiding allergy season because I've been putting a bunch of honey in it, which I don't like honey either, but I love this tea and I love honey together. They like cancel out whatever I don't like about it. But this is the only tea I will drink. It's the Tivana Youth Berry Naturally Artificially Flavored White Tea Blend, and it is so amazing. My husband was like, yes, you're finally going to tea, because he's always drinking tea and I'm always drinking coffee. So he's like, yes, you're gonna go and you're never gonna turn back. And I'm like, honey, this is like the only one I can tolerate. So love this tea. It's been keeping me well, and I think it's been better for my skin than other kind of drinks. So rando, but good. Whew, I'm already getting hot. I never knew what people meant on YouTube when I was watching them for like a couple of years. It's like, why are they all complaining about sweating? Like, turn on the AC. You can hear it in the background and then it ruins your video. So you have to turn it off, and it's really, really hot. So, but plus with the lighting, no AC, and you're getting excited about something in your product. So, like Jaclyn Hill, like trying to windmill or like blow some wind. I end up doing that because I'm like, whoa, I'm so hot. Anyway, TMI, start over. Step 1, this is the smoothing primer. It is amazing. What am I, Italian? Right here on the, I don't want to say occipital, not be wrong, whatever your eye, the bone right here. I should know this. I worked in an optometrist's office for 4 years. Sorry guys. So this bone right here, how to explain it? It kind of reminds me of like chewing gum for your face, like that feeling of like when you first bite into gum and you're like, ah, I'm awake, like a boost of energy. My analogies. Whatever. But it's this big bag of like, it almost looks like potpourri, but it takes like a special way to brew it. You can't just like pop it in like a normal tea bag. Of course, I've got to find like the most complicated tea in the world.